Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Rosie here. Been a while since we've done a discussion video. I want to make a video on the stat that I feel no one is talking about in this game. There's a stat in this game for killers that is becoming grossly neglected because everybody just lumps it in with quote-unquote tracking. And it's starting to become a very big problem in tier placements and killer analysis. Scott Jund is quickly becoming a massive perpetrator in this category, saying Legion's the worst character in the game, as well as him thinking these new yellow and brown demo add-ons are just so great, even though they are completely average. But just want to go into this quite stupidity and get rid of it before hopefully it starts becoming like a thing. Before it starts becoming a thing. That being said, it's already becoming a thing, okay? So, Legion's the worst killer in the game, right? Wrong. Okay? So, in Scott Jund's video, he talked about Legion's having a poor 1v1 potential and a poor chase potential, and that's why he's the worst character in the game. As well as an actually true statement, whereas Legion's counterplay, the counterplay to Feral Frenzy is the same counterplay to Killer in general, so he just kind of has nothing. Okay, the first thing I want to say to that is, if they spread out, it doesn't matter who you are, you're equally as fucked, unless you're like Nurse of Spirit. You're equally as fucked no matter that. Every Powers counterplay is that. So don't just harp on Legion because it's like maybe an extra 2% true with him. It's true on everybody's god. Next, poor 1v1 potential because LOL power only works when you're together, and that's the absolute bonkers part of it right there. Okay, what Legion has to where I don't even know if Legion's bottom 5. I don't know, guys. Myers is pretty shit. You got what? Trickster, Trapper, Pig, Clown, and then you Myers? I don't know. Legion, let me tell you why Legion is better than all of those characters, okay? It's in his power description. Where is it? It's down a little bit, isn't it? Yeah. There. Additionally, it refills Legion's power gauge, and all survivors within the terror radius not already afflicted with deep wound have their location revealed. Okay? It's decision making. This is not tracking. Okay, tracking is something like whispers to where you know a survivor's nearby. Tracking is something like barbecue where you get their aura for like a second so you know generally where to go. And then you have to use your basic killer put in tracking like scratch marks, blood, awareness, stuff like that. However, this is not a tracking, this is decision making. Okay? If you see someone within 32 meters of you, that's also not considered grouped, and I think you can make that. So if someone's like 25, 32 meters away with the power, you can go, okay, I'm going to go get him and see if there's any more. Right away, you have information about where 2 survivors are in the present. It's even better with the button, but that's iridescent, so I'm choosing not to include it in the conversation. Just the ability to... and then there's the add-ons that increase your terror radius while in Frenzy. So, like, he has add-ons to like, even make this part of it actually better. He has the ability to go from one... He has a guaranteed ability to make a good decision upon, getting a Frenzy. Whereas, like, if you're Clown or something, you hit someone with a bottle, and then... there could be another outflanked survivor, like, right next to you, and you have no idea. And then you just gave up 2 hits and a potential down. You could give up potential spread pressure to chase one guy because you didn't know the other guy was there. Legion, that'll never happen to. Because Legion's always going to make the right decision there, which is always get the guy in the fucking bush that you can actually see. Whereas, yeah, you'll say, oh, well, they won't actually be hiding in bushes. I'm not talking about just hiding in bushes. Like, on the generator 30 meters away from you. And then there's another guy who's, like, they don't have to be exactly chained. Grouped together is a very... unfair position on this character. Yeah, it helps when they're close. I don't consider 32 meters grouped, though. I consider them just to be in a closer proximity. That's a more accurate analysis. His power works best when the survivors are in close proximity. Grouped is when there's 2 of them running right next to each other. Okay? Like that. So like that's just not a fair thing to say. Okay. And again, this isn't just with Legion. Doctor, it gets like people like. Do you guys just not know how good Static Blast is? He fucking shoots the Static Blast and then he gets a correct decision immediately. Like, it's the ability to make a good decision. Decision making is its own stat in this game. The killer's ability to make a good decision. And that's where the 1 versus 4 aspect comes in. Like, yeah, Schützlinger has a great 1v1 game, but his decision making isn't very good. Because he can make poor decisions without knowing it. Whereas Legion's never going to make a poor decision. Myers can make a poor decision. Infectious Fright is just a decision making perk. That's all, like, Infectious Fright helps with decision-making a little bit. It's decision-making. That is its own stat in Dead by Daylight. It's in a separate niche from tracking. If you just lump them all together in a tracking stat, you're going to get very inaccurate analysis of not just Legion, but a lot of characters. Hey, case in point, Demogorgon. Like, people go, oh, that aura reveal, that's just a tracking add-on. No, it's not. It's a decision-making add-on. The generator one, that's tracking. No, it's not. Decision-making. There's a generator about to pop. You know exactly where to go. Killers need to know exactly where to go at all fucking times in this game. If you don't know where to go, that's when you're losing. That's when you're losing. So, yeah, there you go. That is why Legion's not the worst character in the game, and that is why Demogorgons, that those two fucking add-ons Scott Jung gave a blowjob to in his last video, that's why they're not very good. Because, like, yeah, yeah, Scott, they might help you there, but, like, wow. If the survivor's actually good, it's still Demogorgon, so you can still kite the motherfucker for like 3 generators. It's not that good. Dead Hard is still significantly better. Sprint Burst is still significantly better than having that. You can still fucking kite the Demogorgon for over a minute if you're actually good. However, if the Demogorgon is bouncing from portal to portal, catching outflanked survivors with his aura reveal add-on, oh, well there you go, that's different. That's different. That's actually useful, because he can make good decisions, stop the generators, and actually get outflanked downs using his undetectable to actually get set up. And then what? There you go, late game. You're not just falling for playing right into their hands by going to chase people because, lol, I got add-on that break pallet faster. That's a very one-track way of looking at this game. It's like the 1 versus 4 isn't applied in nearly enough. It's like, lol, I get fast down, so I must be good character. That's not necessarily how it works. I know Nurse and Spirit have conditioned us to believe so, but Nurse and Spirit are not just good because they down fast. Nurse and Spirit have other reasons that they're really, really good. Nurse can go through everything on the map, and Spirit has some of the best patrol in the game. That's why I'm still on the fence about Blight. First of all, I regard J-flicking as an exploit, so I don't analyze that. And then, yeah, he's got a lot of movement, but his decision-making is average. So he can still make bad decisions. He can still go to gens that aren't being touched. Of course, if we're assuming Ruin and Surveillance aren't a thing. But, like, I don't really see that anymore. But you know what I'm talking about. That's the overall point I'm trying to make here. You have to be able to not just track. Tracking is like Whispers. It's decision-making. Tracking is not... I'm trying to think of what killer that actually has tracking in their actual kit. I guess like Trapper, when they disarm a trap, that would be tracking. But like Wraith, All Seeing Blood is tracking. Yeah, All Seeing Blood is tracking because it's only 12 meters. Decision makings are those across the map or reveal type of things, and like from a wider distance that's not 12 meters. See, I consider Feral Frenzy to be decision-making because it's more than 32 meters. I don't know. That's what I think. And I think that's a way more accurate view of the killers in this game. Because, again, like, the ability to make even one decision where you know everybody is can win you a game. For real. For real. And with that being said, I'm getting the hell out of here. Don't want this to be too long. I hate this game enough as it is. Alright, Blads. GG's.